Alright, Dragons, let's do this. We're solving systems of inequalities. You're going to be given two inequalities. For each one of them, I want you to solve for y. I want you to identify the slope and y-intercept. Hear that before? Number two, graph the line using dotted or solid lines. Shade appropriate side of each line. Remember, one side has solutions, the other side doesn't. And then identify the overlap section, which is going to be the solutions. Now, just as a quick review here, remember, whenever you have solid lines, we're going to get rid of that light. We have solid lines, you got to have the equal to, you got to have that little line underneath it. Okay, you're going to use solid lines. When you don't have those, we're going to use dotted or dashed lines. Okay, if we graph these with greater than, we're going to go a shade above the line, and if we go with the less than, we're going to shade below the line. So this is a different way of classifying these. You ready? Let's go. Let's graph this first system right here. Alright, so the first thing we said to do that we're going to solve for y. So we're going to take this guy right here. If this x is positive on the left, it's going to be negative on the right. So we have this. Now there's a number in front of that x. What's that number in front of the x? What is it? I don't see it. It's a, that's right, it's a 1. In this case, it's going to wind up being a negative 1. Gotta have it, because this guy is going to turn into be part of my rise and run. So now I'm going to divide by 2. Everything is divided by 2. You see how I created that slope right there? And so this one is going to be y is greater than negative 1/2 times x plus 1. My slope is negative 1/2. My y-intercept is 1. This is going to be a dotted line. And we're going to shade above because it is greater. Okay, so now we're going to take this other guy right here, and we're going to solve for y. So if this 3x is positive on the left, it's going to be negative on the right. Okay, what's in front of that sign right there? What's between right here, right there, in between that negative sign and the y? What number's there? It's the same one that was over here. Okay, if you don't see one, it is a negative 1. I'm going to divide by a negative. What's that going to do to my inequality? Dividing by a negative. It's going to flip that less than to greater than. In this case, greater than or equal to. So I get y is greater than or equal to a 3 because a negative divided by negative is a positive. Same thing over here. Alright, so this is going to be a solid line because it is equal to, and we are going to shade above because it's greater than. We're going to take these individually. We're going to put them on the same graph. We're going to see how they look. You ready? Here we go. Alright, so we got our grid here. And our first one, one that we solved for, we got negative 1/2 x plus 1. So if I slide this thing on here real nice and neat, okay, let's check this out. I got a y-intercept of 1. My slope is a negative 1/2. It's a dotted line. We said we were going to shade above. And that's what we have right here. Okay, all solutions are greater than, so it's above. So it's that blue section right here. So let's do that. The same thing with the other one. We solved the other one. We got this as our answer right here. So we'll graph that right here. We have a y-intercept of 3, a slope of 3, up 3 right 1. It is a solid line, and we are shading above there. Now notice the overlap. Blue and pink make purple. This area, this region right here, is going to be where all my solutions are. Solutions make things true. So if I pick an ordered pair from the purple, it'll work over here in this inequality, and it'll work over here in the other inequality. Single shading colors work for one or the other. No shading works for neither one of this. So this is no man's land down here. None of these, or the origin, which is not shaded, will not work here, and it will not work there either. It is not a solution. Okay, let's look at another one real fast. By the way, that's my workbench. not my dining room table. Solve the system solving for y. Here we go. 3x is positive on the left. It's going to be negative on the right. Divide by a positive 2 will not switch my inequality symbol, so divide this by 2. Divide that by 2. Keep the x and divide 6 by 2. That gives me 3. This will be what? Solid or dotted? That will be solid because it's equal to and is greater than. We shade above. Over here, this one's going to be easy. Positive 4x on the left means a negative 4x on the right. This is also going to be solid, and it's less than. We're going to shade below. Identify the slope. This one's a negative 3/2. This one's a negative 4. The y-intercept over here is a positive 3. The y-intercept is a positive 4 over there. Oop, just dropped the light. Not a light, flashlight that is. Alright, so here we go. This was our first one. Okay, we have a slope of 3. Excuse me, y-intercept of 3, excuse me. Alright, and we have a slope of negative 3 over 2. We go down 3, right 2. It is a solid line because it's equal to and it's greater than, so we shade it above. Again, you can always verify with test points. So if we come over here and find the other one, yes, I hope it is. This one, this other one had a y-intercept of 4, slope of negative. So here we go. I just like playing with colors. A little art class here, pink and blue make purple. Okay, I don't know why these transparencies are both these colors, but hey, it is what it is. So, where are my solutions to the system? I'm looking for the overlap. Where is the overlap for these two guys right here? It's going to be the purple section. That's what I want right there. This little slither of that is the type of stuff that I want, and that's the end of the video.